Vyas Media Network.
Man, I didn't know that you guys are like super tight. No, I like it a lot. No, man, thank you so much. Anuv, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
So, when did you discover Sachin Rajwaidya's music?
Bro, I think it's been like about 5 years now. I think 5 years. I might be wrong, 4 or 5 years, but it's been a while. And I remember I was just like browsing through YouTube and I just came across like some of his music and I absolutely fell in love with it. And yeah, I've just been like listening to it since. I've been lucky enough to like have a conversation with him as well.
Yeah.
And I was very happy when he covered one of my songs, Baarishein, too. And it's just amazing. Like, I really like his music. So yeah.
Man, that's awesome, bro. Like that's awesome. I love Sajjan, love you, and now we're talking about this. No, he's gonna love it. Like I'm sure he's gonna love it.
Yeah, I hope so.
I kind of want to just touch base on how was last night for you. Like how did that go? Like just the experience of it.
So yeah, like I was telling you that I just finished my tour in Australia and New Zealand. And obviously, because we are trying to make a market over there, these were not the biggest shows, but these were like big enough, like, good intimate shows. So, coming from those club shows to an open venue show in front of thousands and thousands of people was obviously a bit jarring at first. Like, as soon as I got on stage, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then, like your normal bodily muscle function kicks in and you're like, okay, we've done this before, we can handle it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like pretty crazy. I was just a bit taken aback in the beginning because how energetic the crowd was. And then obviously I got like into it. And I absolutely loved it, man, because the thing is that, in India, we get a lot of love. And because obviously it's our market, it's our country, and, that's where we are from. And But when we come to a different country like Nepal, we don't really know what to expect. But then we see so much love pouring in, so much people literally singing like the songs word to word. It's insane, man. So I had a great time.
Thank you so much, bro. Like yesterday was really beautiful, and then we've got a few photos and videos that we're gonna go ahead and show it in a while, and then especially the part where the confettis.
Yeah.
I think that was right towards the end. That was like insane, man. And then people were going crazy, going ahead and singing your song. So that was super awesome, man.
Thank you so much.
From Gul, Baarishein, and then Husn. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Of course, yes, perfectly fine.
Life has completely changed.
That would be an understatement, honestly. I am living a different life now, altogether. But yeah, it has changed. Like quite a few things have changed, yes.
I was obviously a couple of days ago. I was going through your YouTube. Well, it comes with part of the portfolio of what I do, and then I was going through YouTube, and I was like, I was listening to one of the first songs that you put up on YouTube, and that was, it's been a while.
It's been a while, yes.
It's been a while, and then I was like, man. I was just thinking, like, how was it when you were like making it, creating it, putting it up, hoping that people are going to listen to it, and now, number one.
Yes. Things have been crazy, man. It all feels like a dream, honestly. Like, not just to me, my family as well. Because I was living a very, very, very different life 4 years ago. And honestly, when I was putting out music, it wasn't really to, get audience or anything of that sort. It was just because I liked making music and I was just doing it as a hobby, like a few years ago. But then when I finally got into music and the way things have just snowballed, it's like, I can't even tell you, man. This is a crazy story. So yeah, I'm very happy with how things are going right now.
How much do you go ahead and like miss home? Home meaning like where you were born. Like how much do you miss it whenever you're touring, whenever you're doing all the things around the world?
So every person is different. I talk to a lot of my friends who are from the industry, and some of them like really like staying away, and they can just be on the road for how long, how much ever they want to, and they literally make aeroplanes their home and all of that, right? I'm not that person. I don't think airports can ever be home. I don't think like that another like city or like whatever can feel like home. So my body and like my mind is always like craving, just to go back home. I want to sleep in my own bed. I want to like chill with mom, and I want to do all of that.
You want to go ahead and make sure that you get the kada.
Oh yeah. Of course, kada. Yes, kada is what you wear. But yeah, so like we were earlier talking about, how like if my throat is not the best, I'll just have some kada which mom makes. Yeah, I miss it. Even though I hate the taste of it, but I still miss it so much. I can't even tell you. And it's been 6 months that I
Yeah.
haven't really gone back home like properly, and now I'm fine. So Nepal, like the show in Kathmandu last night was the final show. Like
Yeah.
I'm going on a break after this.
Yeah.
Barely a break. I'm going to be working on like new things, but at least I'm going to be at home and I'm going to be doing that. So I'm like really excited for that. I'm really looking forward to it.
I saw pictures of you with Ed Sheeran as well. How is that though? How was hanging out with him?
It was pretty cool. It wasn't like just like a momentary thing. He was there. Like it was just like 20 of us in one room, and we were just chilling and just talking to everybody and all of that. So it was kind of nice. I told him that when I was in college, he had come to Bombay for the first time, and he performed. And that was one of my first few concerts that I saw. And when I came back home, I posted it on Instagram that this is where I see myself, in the next few years. And now I'm exactly like doing that right now. So I told him that it's so amazing to have that full circle moment where I saw him on stage and I literally wrote that on my Instagram, and now I'm getting like chill with him and hang out with him and share a drink with him. So it was like kind of nice.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one.
Not the most flattering picture.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome.
But I think it's all vibes, man. It was fun.
No, this is really awesome. Like one thing that I wanted to kind of touch base on is whenever like you go ahead and tend to write, or you tend to go ahead and even think of something that I'm going to go ahead and pen down, right?
Yeah.
The people that come to your mind, like when it comes to other fellow artists, like if you had to name a few, I'm sure he falls in that list.
Yeah, definitely. So what you're talking about is inspiration, right? And yeah, we get inspired by like so many people, and so many people have inspired like musicians in the past as well. Ed Sheeran is definitely there because he was that guy, and he still is the guy, just a guy with a guitar on stage, and everything is just happening around him. He's using that loop pedal and all of those things.
Yeah.
And I consider myself to be, exactly that, like just a guy with a guitar, obviously at a much lesser level because I need to like develop that skill to reach that level, which I will try to do, hopefully. But so yeah, that's definitely there. And there are so many other artists as well, that we draw inspiration from, that we try to emulate in our, in our working as well. So yeah, he's definitely there.
And when it comes to friends, like sometimes, okay, let me go ahead and switch it a little bit. Whenever I act in a movie, right? Whenever there's a specific scene, we tend to go back and reflect back to moments in our life.
Yes.
Where we've kind of felt it.
Yes.
Of course, there are certain scenes that you do that you've never experienced in your life, but there are scenes where you tend to go ahead and experience that. May it be love, may it be heartbreak, may it be a lover far away. We've all probably gone through that.
Yes.
Now, right? By now.
Yes, of course, yes.
Whenever you tend to go ahead and write music, write a specific song, right? Do you reflect back to that time?
100%. So the thing about my music is, and this is just how I write, and this is how it naturally comes to me, is that every word that I've written so far is based on reality. Like it's all real. There's no, like fake nonsense happening. All of these things are things that have been said to me or things that I've experienced myself. So when you have something that's your own story or a story of somebody who's very, very close to you, then you tend to, go back and like think about what happened and how all these things like turned out and, turned around. So yeah, man, it's like a very emotional process whenever I'm working on songs. It's always nostalgia hitting you. Like it's always like going back in time and like thinking about the specific moments that you've lived. So yeah, that's how it is. And it comes very naturally to me. Sometimes it gets a little too much because obviously there are some very sad memories as well in the past as well. But it's okay. Abhi tak we are managing. It's good.
And Meri Baaton Mein Tu, right? That was one of
Meri
your...
Baaton Mein Tu.
Meri Baaton Mein Tu, right? That was one of your first ones, right? How did that pan out?
Oh, bro, that's not one of the saddest stories. It's one of the more embarrassing ones. I was in love, man. I was like 16 at the time. I was in love, and I think the person who I was in love with, they weren't really in love. I mean, if you want to call it love, really, I think it was just like a crush, I guess. But I don't think that they had, they felt the same way.
It was probably not the same, right?
Yeah. I don't think it was. And yeah, that's how it came out. It's just it's a song that I wrote when I was 16, man. So yeah.
Well, when did you get started though? Like just tracking back on time.
So I've been singing since I was a kid. I have never really taken like professional training because I was into a lot of other things as well. I was into art as well. I was in the school football team too. So I've done all of that, like, and then music was also a part of it. But then I realized that music was something that people were really appreciating. It wasn't something that was primary for me. I had other things as well that I was doing, but like people really caught on to that. So I've been singing since I was a kid. I'm from a Catholic school, so I was a part of the school choir as well. Every morning, 7 o'clock, we were in front of the principal's office, singing carols and like all of those things, right? So like worship songs and all that. So like I've done all of that. But then I got into the guitar and songwriting when I was about 14, 15. Because that was the time, and guys were like getting into like guitar, girls like kind of sort of like that and all of that. So like that's when I got into it. And yeah, then like songwriting came very naturally because it became a trio. Like you have singing, you have guitar playing, and then songwriting just came. So that's how it started. But I started doing it professionally just when the lockdown hit in 2020.
Yeah.
So that's when it happened.
That's what I was kind of going through as well, the timeline, and I was just reflecting back on it last night around when Nitin, I hope I can take his name right.
Yeah, of course. He's a very prominent character in my life. Everybody knows about him.
When we were just chatting up, and I was just thinking about it that like COVID. I started this during COVID.
Oh, okay.
We had podcasts here. A lot of friends do podcasts here, and we wanted to go ahead and touch base on this. And now we've come like far away when it comes to talking to friends from all around the world.
Yeah.
And COVID, it was a moment for a lot of people around the world where people really wanted to go ahead and create as well.
Yes.
All the other things aside, right? People wanted to create as well, and I believe it kind of gave space to a lot of friends when it comes to venturing out within themselves and coming out with creativity. Something similar happened to you?
Yeah, definitely. I think even though it was a very sad time and, like obviously things were like not the best, but it definitely acted like a catalyst, I feel. Like you could just see artists popping up after that, and like so many people, like whenever I talked to them, it was such a monumental moment in their lives, and so many careers were like changed after that, because before that I was working in the family business, and when the lockdown hit I was no longer working in the family business. I got into music, and there are so many stories like these, like even yours now, right?
Exactly.
So it's pretty crazy, and like I think the boredom really helps the creativity flow, because we were just all stuck at home, man. There was really nothing to do. And sometimes we were like literally isolated from our own families inside our houses, like for 15 days and 7 days or whatever the time was back then. So I think the boredom was like really instrumental in just the creativity flowing. And I was pretty like creative during that time as well. I wrote quite a few songs during that time, and the songs did really well too. And it gave me that initial push when I got into music professionally to just be like, okay, theek hai, this is something that now I can do. I think I'm doing a good job and all of that. So yeah.
A decider moment, Anuv, like a decider moment, not just in COVID, but I'm gonna go ahead and pursue music for the rest of my life.
It was right around that time actually, in 2020, because what happened was that I never thought that I'll do music full time. It was always supposed to be a hobby, and I was going to release music regardless of whether people were listening to me or not. But I was in the family business, and unfortunately certain things did not work out. And the way things are, like it did not work out, and that's when I realized that okay, I need to like get my life back on track and all of those things. And that's when I felt that okay, music is something that I need to do, because at the same time, while everything else was going downhill in my life, music was the only thing that was giving me some sort of recognition. And it had actually grown quite a lot, to a point where I felt that I was responsible, that I have to do this, otherwise I'll regret it for the rest of my life. So it just kind of sort of worked out. It was just one of those things where everything else was going downhill, there was this one thing going uphill, and I just like made that jump to and rode the wave basically. And yeah, that's how it happened.
And then your life has changed forever.
I hope that it's forever. Let's see. I literally have no plans. I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, honestly. But I hope that it's forever. I hope that, I'll be able to do enough and make such a mark that I'll be able to sustain myself and my music for the rest of my life. So let's see how that works out.
It's going to work out great. I believe in thinking far ahead and thinking positively, and it is going to work out. You spill it out in the universe, and it's going to happen.
I'm trying to do that. I don't know, for some reason, whenever I'm talking to like friends, I always have like so much optimism for them. But when it comes to me, I am such a pessimist. I have no idea how this happened, but I'm trying to change myself. Like I'm trying to tell myself that okay, you deserve this. You're here now, and just like try to make the most of it and just be positive and just put positive energies out there because that's only how you'll attract positive things. So that's what I keep telling myself. As well.
Bro, there's a saying in Nepali, "Jati gare pani malai pugdai pugdaina." That's what I tend to go ahead and say. That regardless of how much I do, I'm not satisfied.
Yeah.
I still feel like I can do more. I think it's the same
That's
with
so
you.
true. I can't even tell you. It's like it's so weird because I keep complaining about it as well with my like the closest people that I have, that I don't feel like whatever I do, it's such a momentary happiness because it just you're in that moment for just like those few moments and then you're back to the next thing. Okay, now what?
Yeah.
Because you constantly have to just I think this is just how creative people are. You can't really be stuck at one thing and just like stay in that glory for a very long time because people forget. You have to come up with something new. You have to like like do something newer and like more exciting, which is kind of fun. It keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
But obviously that mental burden that comes with it is something that not a lot of people can handle very well.
I'm with you on that. You're as good as they say that you're as good as your last movie,
Yeah,
last song, last
exactly.
podcast,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
exactly.
Tell us a little bit about. We're sitting in Kathmandu, Nepal, right?
Yes.
Give us a gist of how it is back home. So you're based in Bombay, Delhi, Punjab.
I'm based in Ludhiana.
You're based
out of
in
Ludhiana. Yes, that's where I stay.
itself.
Yes.
That's where you stay.
Yes.
It's not Bombay. It's not Delhi,
No.
Bangalore, Pune, Ludhiana. itself.
Yes, Ludhiana. It's quite absurd, honestly, because my management has been like complaining and crying, since the last 4 years. Please move to Bombay, and I've just been like finding ways of avoiding that. Because as much as I love Mumbai, it's literally my second home. I was born there and my family's from there as well. But obviously, we don't stay there anymore. We stay in Ludhiana, in Punjab. I just love the peace that Ludhiana brings in because it's a very small city. I mean, it's the biggest city in Punjab, but it's a much smaller city as compared to Mumbai because that's like a crazy world altogether, right? And it's much quieter. It's much slower. Everything is like 5 minutes away. There are no 2 hour long traffic jams and all of that. So I kind of sort of like that. And the thing is that Ludhiana also gives me the opportunity to live in a bungalow rather than like an apartment because I love मेरे को XY axis नहीं चाहिए मुझे वो Z axis भी चाहिए where I can go on my terrace I can have fun I can go downstairs meet mom and all of that and not just stay on the same floor. But I'm quite certain that it's written in my destiny that I have to move to Bombay, and it's gonna happen very soon, and I know that. So I'm just trying to get as much time as possible in Ludhiana and seeing how it goes.
I'm sure you can go. You will go ahead and end up toggling between the.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. It's honestly I'm just oscillating between the two cities as well. Sometimes I'm in Mumbai, sometimes in Ludhiana. My friends can't keep a track of me anymore. I can't keep a track of myself anymore. I think I'm just living out of a suitcase right now.
And do you have time for anybody particular within your span of your realm? Anybody specific that you have that you're seeing probably?
So I'm just gonna we can talk about everything else, but
except that,
just not this.
not a problem. Man. I'm sure if she's listening, then I understand, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
I'm gonna touch base on that. I've come to realize that I rarely say this in my show, right? But I am seeing somebody, and then of course it's slightly long distance, right?
Yeah.
So I was just going through a few of your songs, for the past few days, and that's something that is you without specific songs for me. All right, being very honest, without specific songs for me, it doesn't matter. I might be listening to the song throughout the day, throughout the week, and then forget about it for a whole year, whole year, and then go back to it.
Yeah.
And the memories come back, right?
Yeah.
Again, there's specific songs. It might be Baarishein, it might be Husn, it might be something, one of your other songs, and it's just that brings back memories. That's I believe that's the catch and that's the essence of lyrics.
Yes.
As well as everything around it.
Yes.
And when you're singing on stage your own song, do you go back in those memories, or are you creating new, fresh ones?
I think it's a bit of both, honestly. Sometimes, you tend to go back when you're a bit relaxed. I think you tend to go back. There are some times when I do get emotional, very emotional. But at the sometimes it's just, oh, I hope this is working. I hope people are enjoying. Like imagine I'm singing a very sad song, and in my head there is a completely different thought, and my body again, it's just muscle memory that's just singing that song, and I'm making the expression. I'm just like like singing in that sad way, but in my head it's just, oh, I hope that like the confetti pops at the right time and like the bubbles go at the right time. I hope like I don't fall off of stage, or like I'm like in proper balance. Shit, like what was the next chord? I'm completely like I've spaced out, I've zoned out. So sometimes it happens, but like a lot of times it's also like you're just so happy and so privileged to be in that moment with so many people.
Yeah.
Because it's a crazy experience, man. And like not a lot of people will ever like get to experience something like that in their lifetime, but I really hope that they do, because like when thousands of people are like literally there singing your music, something that you've created,
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. It's like insane. It makes you very emotional, because all the purana memories come rushing back, all the hardships, all the good times, everything starts rushing back, that okay, this is what led to like me being here in front of so many people. So I think it's a bit of both.
And sometimes you tend to go to Antariksha while you're singing Antariksha.
Yeah, of course, yes. Like you completely like in a different zone. Okay, what's happening? This is crazy.
Man, I like it. Tell us a little bit about how has the scene changed in India itself. Obviously, with Spotify, I'm just going to touch base on a few social media apps, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
Right?
of course, yes.
Spotify revolutionized how music has been heard around the world.
Yeah.
Even in India.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You've been number one. Your songs been number one. I'm just gonna go ahead and touch base on that. And like, how much does it change? We're sitting here, right? So I just want to because it's coming here.
Yeah.
It is gonna happen for us as well.
100%
right?
It's gonna happen
So
very soon.
it's just like it has happened slightly earlier in India. So
Yeah.
I just want to understand like how does that pan out and how does that feel and how does Spotify or other social media apps actually come in and support?
So first of all, the thing is that again, it was very instrumental when COVID struck, right? A lot of film music stopped releasing because there were no movies releasing at the time. There were no theaters working and all of that. So independent music, like people who were just making songwriters and making music and putting it out for themselves, I think that really started getting a lot of traction. And when you have you really need charts to put your music out there. So when you have no film music and only independent music up there, then a lot of people got into it, and that's how I think the revolution started. Then Spotify, I think, came in 2019. I think they just celebrated their 5 years right now in India. So as soon as they came in, like I know for a fact that my music, which was just on YouTube and which was just on like just these platforms with music videos and all, it saw such a huge bump. I can't even like it was an insane bump. And if it hasn't happened in Nepal yet, it's gonna happen like very soon whenever like it hits, because it's a very big wave. And the thing is that since you have like an India Spotify team as well, we have a very good relationship with Apple as well, with Spotify as well, with Amazon Prime. Like there's so many like YouTube Music as well. You get to be a part of a lot of things, and they make sure that they push Indian artists like a lot as well. So that's definitely a very big plus, because they are also supporting us. They are also putting our name out there. They are trying to do activities and podcasts with us as well. Like things like these, like the way we are sitting right now, and you're supporting me. They also do try to get me to their events and all of those things. So that also helps a lot. And also at the same time, I feel that things have just drastically changed, because now you don't really need a record label per se. You can just do it independently as well, as long as you know how to like put your music out there, distribute your music, which is a very easy thing. You can just Google it, and like in 5 minutes you'll know how to do it. You can literally just release music for a very minimal cost, and Spotify and all of these places give you that opportunity, because it's all digital. It's not like you have to like physically make a CD right now and like put it out there, right? It's all digital. So it's pretty amazing how things have changed. And one more thing that I feel like really is very important is that the thing is that with Spotify you just pay like one fee every month, or like with Apple Music you just like pay a fee. You subscribe, right? And then you can access every song that you want. So it's not like you have to pay separately for like one artist, and then the other artist you don't really have to listen to. You can just go and just explore how much ever you want. And that's how like people discover things and discover more music. You don't really need like marketing budgets and all. People are just like more keen on just like discovering things themselves. So that also like really helps. So if it hasn't happened in Nepal yet, it will happen. So just leverage social media as much as possible. Just put your music out there already, and it's just going to be crazy, I'm sure.
Before you jump into something else, I wanted to, well, I wanted to touch base on this, that when you started off, did the big Spotify and YouTube Music and Apple Music, did they approach you, or was it the other way around? Because you kept working on your music so much that it just skyrocketed. I don't want to, I kind of didn't want to use the word viral, but obviously, bro, like everybody knows your music, right?
Yeah.
Especially in our, let's say I'll stick with our subcontinent, right? I'll stick with this for now. So, so you know, like, I think we really want it here. I really want this to happen for everybody here.
Yeah.
So I'm just touching base on that.
So see, again, these are very technical things. I hope like people don't get bored. But see, it's a bit of a, it goes both ways. When you're making music and it starts to do like slightly well, you get in those eyes, you know, because they're always looking. They're always like checking out new music and all of those things. And when you talk to them, you have a good relationship with them. You know, try to promote them. They try to promote you. It's like a, it's just like a friendship. It's a give or take. It's not like a give or take. That's a very sad way of putting it. It's just a friendship. Because we're all doing it for, you know, just to increase and just to grow music in our country. Everybody from, you know, the film industry as well, people from the non-film industry as well, we're just trying to grow music in our country, and that's how it is. So it's just, and these people are supportive as well. It's not like they're not supportive. They want us to release more music. They want to hear what's coming up and what's happening next. The people from the, you know, the main people from the Spotify team in India, they keep sharing about new artists and all of those things. They are very enthusiastic as well. And not just Spotify, once again, we're just like saying that as an example. But everybody. Like Amazon Prime, you have YouTube, everybody. They're just so supportive. And that's how it should be, because, you know, we're just moving towards that one goal. Because so that the next generation that comes in, they have it easier, and the generation that comes after that, they have it more easier, and we can just make good music, man. That's what it's about, and that's how it is.
Collaborating with artists from around the world. So you want to collaborate with friends from here?
Bro, I would honestly love to. So Sajjan and I, we had spoken about like collaborating, but things did not materialize because we both got very busy. But I hope that we can get back to that conversation like someday. But before that, I would love to work with like Indian artists as well, like so many artists that are there that I would love to work with. I haven't collaborated with anybody yet because I'm a very slow writer. So it's just like taking a while for me to like finish whatever's already there in the pipeline, and then, you know, maybe I'll be able to move on with like a fresher idea where I can work with somebody. But I do want to collaborate with people. It's like one of those things that I like, my heart really wants to do, but I'm not being able to yet. But hopefully someday, yes.
I'll kind of go ahead and like to slightly change that. You're such a creative person. You give 100%. So maybe sometimes it just takes a little bit extra time.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Everybody has their own process. I've just realized that as long as the songs are doing well and people are really connecting with it. The last song that I released was Husn, right? And the song that I released before that was like, there was a 4-month gap in between those songs. And it's fine as long the song still did well. It was the #1 song in India.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't really have a problem with that. I'm okay, you know, taking my time as long as the songs are doing well and people are really liking them. So why not? It's fine. It's okay.
When you release it, right, is there a close knit of friends that you tend to go ahead and make them listen to it over and over again, probably, or you know, just need that validation, like, hey, what do you guys think about it? Does that happen to you as well?
Oh God, are we all living the same lives or what? I don't know. But yes, that's definitely the case. I think I bore them to death, honestly. Because, you know, it's like, it's okay to send them like new stuff, but when you're literally sharing every little tiny progress, oh, I wrote this one word extra, what do you think about this? You know, oh, I've changed this word, like, what do you think about that? I think that's a bit obsessive, and that's a bit like borderline like crazy. But yeah, I tend to do that. Yes.
All the friends came to your mind?
Yeah. I'm just like thinking about them. They're going to be looking at this probably, and they're going to be laughing because they know who they are. I have like a few people but they're very, very like very few people who I share my music with. And yeah, man, like they get to hear and they get to be bored of the song before it even comes out. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Lucky them. I'm sure a lot of people are saying that. Lucky them.
Things are always rosier when you don't know about them. When you're literally sending every tiny update, it's not very, you know, it's not the best, honestly, I feel.
Bichara Satyaru. I'm sure you understood what I said, right?
Not really. I could hear Bichara, I guess.
Satyaru means friends.
Oh yeah, Bichara friends, yes.
I tend to go ahead and do the same thing everything all the time. Because with friends you have memories, you have emotions, you have pain, you have grief, you have sorrow, you have all the fun memories. You have everything with certain.
Yeah, you have
Like
trust. That's the most important thing. You know your song is not gonna be like leaked. But yeah, memories. Yes, so many.
That's a big word, right? When you think about it, because without that, like without trust, like it, not just friendship, but with anything you do,
that's
you
very
need
true.
to have that.
Yes, 100%.
Right? Without that, like it's next to impossible to ever move forward. Baarishein, I kind of want to touch base on it because obviously everybody loves the song. First, some of the first people that heard the song back in the day. Who were them? And you don't have to name them, but the amount of trust that you had, and then you made them listen.
So obviously the first person who heard Baarishein was my mom, and obviously my sister as well, Anika. So these guys were the first ones. But the thing is that what happened with Baarishein was that whenever I wrote that song, this was back in school.
Yeah.
I was literally in school. I was 17 or something like that when I wrote the song. And I recorded it on one of my those old Nokia phones, okay? And I put it out on YouTube, just like a phone recorded version, put the lyrics myself, all of that. And I think the people in my school started listening to it and they really liked it. It wasn't some crazy views or something, but us time pe, you're starting out 1,000, 2,000 views are also they seem very, very big. Very, very big. So I got those kind of numbers, and I was like, okay, people were really appreciating it. Because I was not one of those popular guys in school, man. I'm just going to be honest, I'll admit it. My sister was extremely popular. I was, her brother. Okay, that's how it was. But then once the song came out and, people started recognizing me. They knew that, oh, this is this guy who writes songs. And then the song started going a little, started flowing on to other schools as well that were there in the vicinity. So I had that audience then. So those are the first few people who heard the song. But then when I was in college in my third year, so it was a much longer wait, or however you want to say it, before I actually recorded it properly, in a studio. And that's the version that you hear now. But before that, there was this phone recorded version of Baarishein that had been out for 4-5 years. And then there was a proper studio version that I put out, and that's the version that everybody listens to now. So yeah, that's
it's gonna stay forever.
I hope so.
It's gonna stay forever. It's gonna be a song that's gonna me sitting on the other end. I can definitely go ahead and say this. It's gonna stay forever. There are certain songs in the world that just stay forever.
I hope so. I hope so.
And
because it is a very special song. Honestly, it's a very special song for me as well. And I don't know whether you know this or not. I was talking about this with my manager the other day. I don't know whether you know this, that Mr. Lucky Ali, he sang this song, Oh Sanam, right? And it became that video went viral. He was, I think, sitting somewhere and just chilling and just jamming, and that video went crazy.
Yeah.
I hope that something like that happens to me as well. When I'm 60, I'm sitting in front of my grandkids and I'm just I start playing Baarishein and they're like, what is this song? And then all the people, they come back and they're like, oh, we know this song, this is that song. And then, okay, maybe, so I hope that something like that happens to me. I hope that I have a long life, and I hope that the songs also have a long life.
I know the exact video that you're talking. It's coming.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Exactly,
you know what I'm talking about.
You're just chilling and you just jamming.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was so inspired by it.
This
is the... No, I think this was another one.
There's another one.
Yeah, it was another one. This is thoda more made up. That was a different one.
Just look for it.
I'm sure they'll find it somewhere.
Not this one. There's
one.
one. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Don't worry.
I think the people also know it was a very viral video. And I really hope that happens to me someday, because that'll be crazy, man. I think that'll be crazy.
Can you describe creativity and kind of hard work, right, Anuv? Because you have to tend to go ahead and do everything that comes with the music, even this.
Yeah, of course, yes. This doesn't seem like work right now, though.
But so
good job. Good job.
Everything, press, media, photo shoots, this, that, travel, the whole 9 yards. It comes with music.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are times when you're just all right, I'm going to go back to Ludhiana. I've never been to home. Next time I come to Punjab, I'll try to swing by.
Please do.
I'll come to eat. Man, the food.
Bro, okay, now we're going off topic right now, but I don't mind this topic. I love it.
Bro, the food.
The food is amazing. It's too good. I'm telling you, it's the best food in the world. please come. I get so excited whenever somebody comes to Ludhiana because none of my friends come over there because it's like a business town, okay? It's not like a music town really. So if people from the industry, like creatives, like come there, I'm like, bro, my house is there. You come, you want to stay there for however long you want. It's completely fine. I'm gonna take you guys. I'm gonna take you out. Like I'm gonna like show you around. I'm gonna make you have the best food. I get very excited. I'm that guy, bro. Like I get so excited when somebody's coming, like to my city. So
You've said it, bro. Bro, like me and my brother, we go on bike rides, and then we were thinking of going from here to Calcutta next.
oh, okay, that's gonna be
So
insane.
do one side.
Yeah.
I'm kind of changing my mind and coming to the other side.
Yeah.
Food, bro. Punjabi food is like.
It's amazing. So you're going to Calcutta from here, just take a right and just like cross the entire country and just like come there. I'll be happy to host you guys. Like I'll be very happy to host.
Man, that's so kind of you. Can we get one of those lassi?
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. I'll take you to a dhaba.
Bro,
Yeah.
you want
It's where the truckers and all go.
Bro, that's exactly what we need.
Bro, I don't know whether you know this, there's a manja. I don't know, do you know what a manja is?
Khatia types.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll have those, there are truckers sitting there. I'll make you have lassi. I'll make you have good food. So yeah,
Done,
it's
bro.
gonna be amazing.
I heard that we took you for some thakali yesterday.
Oh yeah. How do you know that?
Bro.
That's insane. You've done your research. Yeah, I went in the afternoon.
You went to one of my favorite thakali places in the country, bro.
Okay,
what do you think of the thakali food?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I have been so hungry. Because obviously, I've been touring and I've been out, and you don't really get like food that resembles Indian food, like really like, this thing. But this was something that was amazing, dude. I had the one, like I had some paneer ka sabzi, with this amazing dal and this sweet curd to go with it, rice and ghee on top of it. Oh my God, it was too good. It was so good. I have just woken up, okay? I don't know whether you guys know this or not. This is getting recorded very early in the morning because I have a flight. And now I'm feeling, like that breakfast needs to like come.
Come in. We'll take you for some dal bhat. We'll take you for some dal bhat and thakali, man. Anyways, going back to
what's the story behind like thakali food? Like there was like a community that used to be there and like that's still there or something. And then people used to travel there a lot and they loved it so much and they got it. Something like that, right? That's
obviously, thakali friends from the community obviously are all around the world.
Yeah.
And then the food travels as well.
Yeah.
And my staple diet is dal bhat.
Okay.
Dal and rice, right? That's my staple diet.
Got it.
And then whenever I'm hungry, I told you earlier, I live alone, right? I just go next door.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner, all the thakali places, and they just tend to go ahead and eat it. Next time you come, if you ever come with a little bit of more time, let's say you are here for like, let's say 3 to 5 days, then let us host you. I'll take you to Mustang.
Okay.
It's, again, one of my favorite, Google this, X. I'll take you to Mustang and I'll take you to Jomsom and I'll take you to like other places around. It's slightly far from Kathmandu.
Okay.
I'll take you there and bro, like that's where the food came from, right?
Okay.
One aspect of the food, right?
I would love to,
take you there.
I would love to go.
Google this and then maybe some more, whenever you travel, like this is Mustang. Jomsom garda, X Jomsom.
Oh man, that looks beautiful.
Yeah, Google images. Bro, this is the place.
That's so beautiful.
That's Jomsom, bro.
Is it like a valley or something?
Yes.
So beautiful.
त्यो चाहिँ थिएछ न जोमसोम मुक्तिनाथ गरेर त. So I believe Prime Minister Modi has been here. Muktinath गरेर त.
Okay.
Prime Minister Modi had been here too. Jomsom Muktinath. There you go. जुन भए पनि एउटा देखाउनु. So this is the place. Or you anything else? Okay.
This is beautiful.
Oh, show that road. Choko. Oh, so this is Jomsom Muktinath. I'll take you here next time you come. Come with a few
100%.
days. And then we'll host you there.
Yeah. See, we're meeting for the first time and we already have plans. I absolutely love it. You have to come to Ludhiana and you take me here as well. So
done, bro. Thakali food there, Ludhiana. Bro, lassi.
Let's shake on it.
100%. Lassi. I'm already... Sag. They show it in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Sarso da sag. And then that roti.
So you'll have to probably come in the winters for that because that will be the better time, honestly.
Bro, whenever you say that roti and then a little bit of, I don't know know if you guys eat chicken or not, but a little
I'm a
bit chicken-
vegetarian. I'm a
okay.
vegetarian. But I'll still take you like to places. I know places. I just don't eat. So
No worries. And then I'll take you here for Thagali food. Anyways, coming back to
Yeah.
topic. So rooftop, and then again, we definitely you love going back home and then just hanging out with mom and hanging out with the family and then just creating, right?
yes.
That aspect of it, right? Now, is there pressure? Like I have to go ahead and like you earlier said, right? There's a gap of 4 months. Like you have thought about it.
Yeah, of course.
Like
yes.
there's been a timeline, right?
Yeah.
Is there pressure for you to come out with something every single month, every few months? Like, have you segregated it? Have you designed a calendar?
I wish I had. I wish I was that disciplined. But I mean, I am disciplined in my life. But the thing is that I have a few problems. I can't work on the road, I feel. I can only come back home and I can work. I think that's how my creativity flows. So it's not like I have been like vela. That's just like a Punjabi slang of saying that I haven't
Vela.
been. Yeah, I haven't really been like not doing anything. I've
Okay.
been traveling. I've been touring. I've been doing a lot actually in my life. Obviously, that is also part of like the music creation. Like performing those songs in front of people is also very important. I've done 3 tours in the last 6 months. One Indian tour, one UK tour, and one Australian tour, and so many other separate shows in the middle as well, like for example Nepal as well, and all of those, Dubai as well in the middle. So many other international shows and like Indian shows as well. So I haven't really been like not doing anything. I've still been very productive. It's just that, but your mind constantly craves that you have to go back and just start working on the song, and that's the pressure that's there. Because when it's too long, when you haven't written anything, you're like, what is happening? Like I need to go back and I need to like let the creative juices flow, and that's also a very important part of the entire thing. So that's the pressure that I take. Obviously, when it's been too long since I've released anything, it does, cause that pressure that, I need to put something out because obviously it's important. That's how you sustain your career. But once in a while, like something like Husn comes and like literally, that, okay, you're okay for the next few months. You're going to be fine. I think people are going to enjoy the song. And yeah, so like right now, there's not really a lot of pressure, because people also know the same thing, that I have been traveling and Husn did really well, and obviously you have to promote these songs as well. So I think I've done well in the next 6 months, but now I have to go back. And you can ask me the same question like maybe 2 months later, and if I haven't written anything till then I'll probably be under pressure. Not right now. I'm fine right now. I think I'm okay.
As soon as Husn came out, right?
Yeah.
How was it right before that? Like, I'm sure you were contemplating, will it work? Will it work? Will it work? Will this gonna be like
Yeah.
number one?
No, I don't think anybody ever thinks that that's going to be number one. But so see, like I told you, that I'm more of a pessimist when it comes to me, and that reflects in when I'm making my music as well. I'm always like very doubtful whether something will work or not. But I don't know what happened with Husn. I genuinely told my entire team before the song was released, I was like, this is the best song that I've ever written. Put in all your energies into this. I'm telling you, this is going to do really well. It was never said that it's going to be number 1 or number 100 or number 10, whatever. Nothing. I never have those kind of like expectations. But it was just like I told them this song is an amazing song. It's going to do really well. And they all also felt the same way, because we all genuinely loved the song. But when it started, climbing up the charts wala ladder, and it was like 100, it debuted at 140, then it went to like, whatever, 50, it entered, then it entered top 10, and then it eventually became number 1. That was surreal, man. Like, what a moment. I'm never going to forget this, because it was such a celebration. Every day we were all just sending, today it's like climbed up like 3 spots or like 4 spots. It's such a big deal, bro. We are simple, normal people. We come from very simple backgrounds. Like from, like not having anything like 4 years ago, and being at the lowest to being like the highest, like the number 1. It's a very big thing, and I don't take this for granted. Like I know that this is something that I'm gonna like take with me for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna flex, to my grandkids or kids that, I had a number 1 song. You better listen to, you better listen to like your granddad or something. Like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Tell us a little bit about how the song came to play.
So the song is about situationships, and this is something that was written for a friend, and it's from a girl's perspective, and something that she went through. We see so many situationships around us, and like a lot of us have been in a few as well, where you're together because it feels very transactional to be together, but it's not really love. But sometimes, the one person like does end up falling in love, and for the other person it's still very transactional. I don't want to say like how exactly what transactional means, but everybody can understand that, and that's how it is. So yeah, that's what it is, and I just wanted to write something about that because it's so important, and that's the new age love that people are going through, that people are unwilling to commit. They want to keep exploring their options, and I'm not saying that I'm somebody who's like a very like I haven't been a part of that entire like scene. Obviously, like we've all had experiences. So the thing is that I just wanted to write something about that, about this one person who has that old school sort of a vibe where she doesn't think that she belongs to a generation like this. She wants that old school love, being with one person for the rest of her life, and falling in love with somebody rather than just having like that transactional nature attached to it. So that is the story about this really close friend of mine, and that's what it was. And I'm so glad that I wrote it.
And now you performed it yesterday, and everybody.
Yeah, it's insane.
Everybody. Show that video. I sent a few videos to you guys. I was backstage, right, behind, and then I'm listening to. You just took a break, and then everybody's singing it with their phones out, and oh man, it was insane. It was insane. There you go. We can't play the audio, but this is the moment, bro. Look at that. I was like right at the back.
Yeah. And I literally went in front, and like it was crazy, bro. It was insane, and everybody was just singing. You know what happened to me? Like, I'll be in Melbourne as well. I just did a show there, and when I started singing Husn, I can't even tell you how loud these guys were. I literally, like, my body started shaking because of how loud these guys were. Like, I think their, like, bass and their voices literally went through me. My body was shaking. I got so emotional. And, like, they could see it. I could barely sing. I was just, like, looking at what was going on, and I was like, bro, this is what songwriters want. Like, this is what people want. Somebody's just singing their song back to them. It's crazy. Like, it's insane what this song has done. It is, like, so many songs have changed my life, but this song literally, like, took it to the next level. And I hope that I get a lot more songs like that. My manager, Nitin, keeps telling me, every year you have to give me one Husn. It's difficult to do, but let's see how that works. Nitin, bro, too much pressure he's putting on me.
Oh, man. You have no idea the amount of pressure he was on yesterday as well. It's always, it's always friends who push you, right? It's friends who are around you in your core circle who push you and who really want you to excel. And I'm glad that you have friends like that.
I absolutely love these guys. Even Ayushman as well. I don't know whether I think you might know of him. So Ayushman is the main guy at Represent, and Nitin is his partner. Both of them, they're literally my brothers. They're like family away from family, and they've done so much for me, man. And I really hope that I get to like repay that favor someday properly, because like the way they push me and the way they support me, it's insane. I love them to death. Like, I love them so much.
I know that we don't have a lot of time. We've got a flight to catch, and just a few things right at the end. If you had to go ahead and like, what next? Like I'm sure friends from every realm, not just in 1.3 billion of the Indians around India and then around the world, right? But friends from Southeast Asia as well. People from across the board have approached you for collaboration, or I don't know, like Bollywood movies or South movies, or thousands of things, right?
Yes.
So like, how are you gonna pick now? Like, how are you gonna pick, or you're going to just go ahead and soak it in and maybe feel it? If you feel it, you're going to go ahead and do it. Like,
yeah, that's how it is. If I feel that it's the right project, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to work on it. I've never been like, even though I'm a numbers guy, but I'm not greedy for it. I want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
So if somebody comes to me and they have a lot of numbers, and I know that, it can convert a lot of numbers, but the project is not that good, I'm not going to get on board with that. If somebody comes and they might not have the best numbers, but the project is really good, why not? I would love to do it. Because I genuinely still believe that good music will find like its own path, and like it will find its way. Not everything has to be, like two crazy people coming together and making something. That's also great, but if it's not, the product is not good, then it's not going to work out. So that's how it is, man. I'm just going to go with the flow. Hopefully something good will come my way. And
for a movie, maybe?
Of course.
You're open to that?
Of course. Yeah. Why not? I'm open to everything. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
I am a singer. I'm a songwriter. You give me anything and I would love to do it. But on my terms. Like, I want to do it the right way. I want to give people something that, I find value in. Otherwise, it won't make sense for me, honestly. अगर मेरे को ऐसे ही करना होता तो मेरे अभी तक सिर्फ 11 गाने नहीं होते. I would have had a lot more songs, if I was giving something out that I felt was of less value. But I feel that every song that I've put out has a lot of value.
Yeah.
And that's how I approach things in life as well. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. So,
if you had to go ahead and just go ahead and define success in your words, Anuv, we've talked for almost an hour, right? I've been contemplating on this. There's something that you've been saying which is so humbling and so grounding, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I'm from Ludhiana. I'm from a small town.
Yeah.
I'm in terms of
of course, yes,
in terms
yes,
of
yes.
big mighty India, right? So that's so humbling, and there's so many friends, not just in India, but here within Southeast Asia, who I'm sure want to go ahead and have not just a number one song, but good friends, who support them as well.
That's true.
Help them out as well. What would you want to go ahead and say to them after you define what success means to you?
Just the way things are going right now, I feel for me success would be just mental peace, man. When I feel if I feel in a few years I feel relaxed and I feel that I've done enough, I've had a very long life, and I think that's what success is. It's not abhi aise thode numbers and all it's very good. I am so glad that that's happening, but that ultimate success now would probably be felt when I'm much older. And I'll just sit back and I'll be like, okay, now I'm at peace. I have done enough. I have given more than what I have taken from the world. And people will remember me, or people will at least, whoever came across me, they knew me as a good person. I think that's what success would be. Money and all is very important. For somebody who did not have it, it's very, very crucial for me, honestly. But more I think about it, that is what it is. I just want to give more to this planet and to the people around me, maybe in terms of just my music, than what I take from it. And when I go away, that is the feeling that I should have. I think that's what success would be, probably. Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. And to a young Anuv who is or a boy or a girl or anybody out there listening who are creating music right now, who probably don't have money, who probably broke, who parents must be saying hey, I don't know if you see a career in this. I don't know. Maybe you need to go back to school, do this, do that. That pressure is there mounting there. Thousands of things going on in their life, but they're still pursuing music. What do you want to go ahead and say to them?
I just want to say that, almost every story that I've heard about musicians, right? They all come from very humble backgrounds. I'm not saying that everybody, but a lot of them. So if they can do it, I'm sure that there is another person out there who can do it. It's again a risk, but everything in life is a risk. You can take a job, you can get married to somebody, that's also going to be a risk. You can be with somebody, that's going to be a risk. You get out of your house, it's going to be a risk. So there's going to be risk involved with everything. But if you are passionate about it, and if you really like making music and you think that you want to do this, why not just take a leap of faith? Everything, that is what makes life exciting. It's the risk that comes with it. You'll fail or you will succeed, that's up to you, but do it, man. It's fine, it's okay.
Awesome, man. So kind of you. And obviously you're going to go back home, you're going to be there, you're going to be touring across India, around the world. And if you can keep a little bit of Nepal with you, I hope you do. Kathmandu, Nepal with you, and then probably, ask friends to visit here as well.
100%.
I'd love it. We'd love it.
100%. I want to come and visit here once again. I want to explore the country because I haven't really been able to. But hopefully I'll take your offer. The next time I'm here, I'm going to spend a couple of more days, and then, hopefully we can hit that place which you showed me.
हम ले जाएंगे आपको Mustang.
लेके जाओ, please लेके जाओ.
100%, bro. All right, next conversation in Mustang or Ludhiana?
Let's see how it works out. It's probably going to be Ludhiana because I am not leaving my house for the next 6 months. I am done. I'm just I'm locking myself in the room.
Before I let you go, the next song coming soon?
Depends on what soon is. For me, soon is a couple of months. But if you think soon is a few days, I'm sorry to disappoint. You're not happening anytime soon. But it's going to happen. And it's going to be a very beautiful song.
It sure will be. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, man. All right. Thanks, everybody. Vyas Media Network.